Hello, Cross Park. This is now attempt 4 at this video, so hopefully this works. Storage issues and too long. And so I'm going to try and run through some reminders just so you can hear me say them. And then at the end, make 2 announcements, things that might be new information for you. Reminders, men's prayer is on Saturday. Brothers would love for you to be able to join us at 7 o'clock on Saturday morning at the house on Hemby. It's our 3rd Saturday of the month regular men's prayer meeting. So just make that mental note. 3rd Saturday of the month, the men gather at the house on Hemby at 7 o'clock in the morning. On Sunday morning, Juan Rodriguez will be in the pulpit. Juan is the RUF campus minister at UNC Charlotte. And I've been hoping to get him in the pulpit for a while, and we're finally able to get our calendars synced up. So thankful that Juan will be with us. He'll be looking at he'll be helping us look at 1 Peter chapter 2, verses 1 to 12. So 1 Peter 2, 1 to 12 on Sunday morning. As well, we will have communion on Sunday, so would encourage you to prepare your mind and heart for that. By way of reminder, Sunday school, we're moving back to the Sunday school hour for March, April, and May, and y'all, that's just like 8 days out. So it's coming up quick. Not this Sunday, but the next. We'll begin that 9:30 rhythm. Note, however, that the first Sunday of each month over the course of the spring will be a brunch. So we're calling those first Sunday brunches. Easy to remember, the first Sunday of the month, it's brunch time at 9:30. The email that you got earlier in the week already had that broken out for you. There's sign-up lists there for each of those days. First Sunday of March, which is the 1st. April 5th, I think it is, which is also Easter Sunday. So we'll have Easter Sunday. We'll start with a brunch. And then the first Sunday in May, I think it's the 3rd or the 4th is the date there. But each of those 3 will be a brunch. And would encourage you to consider inviting a friend to brunch. Say, hey, we'd love for you to come to have brunch with us. And if you want to stay for church, awesome. If not, we totally understand. We'd love for you to have brunch one way or the other. So easy opportunity, easy way to invite a friend into our fellowship together. So on those non-first Sunday weeks of each month, March, April, and May, we'll be having Sunday school for all ages, and look forward to being able to have those times together. Last thing by way of reminder is that our congregational meeting will be March 8th. That is going to be to elect new elders and new deacons. And by new, I mean additional. So we're looking to add 3 elders and 3 deacons to our current session in diaconate. Okay, so those are reminders. Now, by way of announcement, just want to let you know that for the spring, we are going to continue worship inside. We talked long and arduously on Tuesday night at our leadership meeting about whether to move back outside, as we kind of would think we might default to. But we decided to stay inside just for consistency's sake and because it's been a bit different, honestly. And it's felt better to be able to see each other in ways that we aren't always able to hear each other. Those factors are really important for corporate worship. We are not just souls waiting to get to heaven. We are embodied people. We have bodies, and our bodies and our souls are connected. And so being able to worship in a way that not only acknowledges that body-soul connection, but fosters it, is really beneficial. And so we love being outside. We love being able to hear the birds. And so if it's a beautiful day, maybe we'll open the windows. But for the spring, we're going to stay inside during worship. The other announcement has to do with, well, what are we going to do this summer for worship while Grant is out on sabbatical? For starters, I'm so thankful to Cross Park and to her leadership for the encouragement to go on sabbatical and the willingness to let me do that. One of the benefits of this opportunity is I've received, and Cross Park has received, a significant grant to foster that sabbatical. And so there shouldn't be any additional financial burden to Cross Park for me to go away for 3 months. The sabbatical is going to cover a decent amount of the expenses all the expenses for the travel and stuff for me and my family, but also the expenses that Cross Park would incur for pulpit supply. And on that, we want to announce that we have contracted with a teaching elder here in Charlotte for 4 months, 16 weeks, from the end of May to partway into September, 2 weeks into September, for pulpit supply, to be our primary preacher, and to provide some support to the leadership and the staff. You may remember Andrew Holbrook. He's preached twice for us, I think, over the course of the fall. And Andrew is agreed with the board that he works with. He's part of a nonprofit that helps develop leaders in the nonprofit space here in Charlotte. And Andrew's a longtime pastor and has agreed to give us 12 to 15 hours. Well, not give us, but has agreed to work 12 to 15 hours for Cross Park this summer, primarily on Sunday mornings with preaching and being available after the service to go out to lunch with folks, but also during the week to meet with and work with staff and leadership, not primarily in like an interim pastor kind of capacity, where he's coming in to fix a bunch of problems, but to provide support and encouragement and just be a helpful presence. Really encouraged by that and looking forward to Andrew helping us as a church, helping y'all while I'm out of pocket. So there will be more in the coming weeks or maybe month on Andrew. I'll introduce him to you maybe over video. But wanted to let you know that we have provided, the Lord has provided a godly teaching elder to step in over the course of the summer while I'm out of pocket and continue the positive momentum and keep some consistency in the pulpit, that kind of thing. So if you have any questions about that, please feel free to reach out to one of the elders. We'd be happy to engage whatever questions you have on that front. So I think those are all the reminders and all the announcements that I have for you. I haven't had any sips of my tea. Some of you recognize this mug. And since we're not actually having a conversation, I'm not actually doing this right now, but maybe if you come to my house for a cup of tea or a cup of coffee, I might. I think that's it. Sorry it's a bit rushed and still long. That's just kind of the way I roll. Forgive me for that. I do look forward to seeing you on Sunday morning when we are able to hear from Juan together and then join one another around the table as the Lord reminds us of his goodness to us in his shed blood and broken body as we take communion. So look forward to that. Love you, Cross Park. Always good to be together in worship. Looking forward to that on Sunday morning. Until then, or until we see each other again, grace and peace, my friends.